Hey everyone, it's Andrew. It's release day of Throne of Eldraine, so we're going to open two boxes. Of course, that's the main purpose of this video, but we know there's a lot of controversy going around the collector boosters. So two things we're going to find out today in this video, and I know there are a lot of photos around it and several videos made by other YouTubers opening Throne of Eldraine. The latter of which is the foil extended art can be mapped because they're all clumped together. So we're going to prove that this box came, I'm from the Philippines, so this box is probably from a different distributor, and this is also made in the USA. So I don't know if that will uh, have any difference from from the ones that were opened in other channels, and of course our box is still made in Japan. So we're going to do well first if this is going to be if this can be mapped or the extended arts are clumped together, and if they are cut in a different way as this one. So we know that this has well, it's very expensive. So it's kind of a bummer if we encounter issues with it. So anyway, if you ask me if that thing is mapped or not, if the extended art foils are clumped, for me it doesn't really matter if you're going to open a whole box. But if you're going to buy single packs, then you have an issue because you might encounter people buying those packs, which are, if they find out that, hey, the ones above and below this pack could have also an extended art. So be wary of that. But if you're opening a whole box, like what I'm going to do in a bit, then we should have no issues. Dance of Demands. Again, this thing is one of those cards that keep on appearing for some reason. And so we'll go through the draft booster box first before we begin with the collector booster. Oh, that's a nice foil showcase frame. And let's move this here for a bit. And Midnight Clock is our rare, and nothing else. So it's release week, and I just came home from another draft, and I'm happy that I won that draft. Lovestruck Beast, not an alternate frame, but it's a good card nevertheless. That's our foil rare, and Black Lance Paragon is our regular rare. And I won that draft. I actually have the prize boosters right here, so I'm gonna move that aside first. We drafted a promo pack, and I got an Oko, so I'm quite happy with that. Wishful Talisman, and then nothing else. We haven't gotten a regular. Should put this here. We haven't gotten a regular showcase frame yet. I'm sure we'll find one later. So I drafted this one in a different shop. It's Emery. Okay, so one of the more hot cards nowadays. So it's this card, Flash Intruder, I actually drove me to win today's draft. So I had it in a different store. It's in Neutral Grounds. It's in Mega Mall. They're quite a big chain of hobby shops, and they've been around for a long time too. So there's our first showcase frame, and the guy there is also a friend of mine. So yeah, I was happy that we got that win for that draft. It's probably going to be the last draft I'll be attending in a while. Regular foil, and the Pyromancer is our regular rare. Yeah, I'm sure if you've been here in the Philippines, you would probably know about Neutral Grounds, especially if you've been here a long time ago. Bone Crusher Giant, been here for a long time ago. A lot of foreign players would usually go there to play on pre-release. Sometimes they have big tournaments, and a lot of people would still be attending that. Okay, Oko Thief of Crowns. This first first mythic, and it's where we get the Planeswalker. This is the same card I got earlier. It's my first pick in the prize draft. Of course, that one had the foil the stamp, because it's a promo pack. And Frogify, Opportunistic Dragon, and nothing else. Oh, I'm happy we got Oko. Oop, Stolen by the Fae, and alternate frame card, and nothing else. And Mantle of Tides, Hushbringer. The better cards in this set too. Naughty Sprite is there. A lot of people are looking for that card too. And Once Upon a Time, again, one of the more expensive cards in the set. I think we got Oko and Once Upon a Time. Only one mythic so far though. I'm guessing everything's clumped. Just like what we're probably going to expect here in the collector booster box. Rankle, second mythic. Apparently also one of the more expensive rares. And you know, I take it back. I am actually enjoying Lovestruck Beast here. It's a non-foil this time. Yeah, non-foil this time. I'm actually enjoying the set. I take it back. I know I did say before that I'm kind of iffy about the set. It's probably because of the Gilded Goose and the Golden Egg. But you know, as I start playing this set in limited, it's very, very fun. So foil forced. Giant Killer in an alternate frame. Nice. Let's put that here. So I take it back. It's actually quite fun to play with. I'm gonna go out of limb here and say that, you know, it's still better than the Ravnica Legions and Guilds of Ravnica sets. Foil Sir Conrad, this Happily Ever After. Yeah, after this video, I hope you'll be happy. And nothing else. Mountain, that's our third mythic. I don't like Outlaw's Merchant, to be honest. It's too random. Not really a good, you know, probably good in limited. I encountered someone playing that in Arena. That was quite good there, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. And Fires of Invention. Nothing else. Ardent Veil Paladin and Lockmere Serpent. Again, just like the Fallen Shinobi, seems to appear more often than others. Drowning the Lock, I think it's one of the more expensive uncommons. So let's keep that there. Hopefully we get more of those. I don't know. Someone tell me from the previous videos if we opened Drowning the Lock. I don't think I did. Or if there weren't that much. Stone Coil Serpent. A lot of people are looking for that as well. Well, that's X casting cost, which is, you know, it comes with X plus 1, so I guess I should understand why, right? And Oathsworn Knight, and nothing else. More than halfway through the box, and I don't know, we got Oko and we got Once Upon a Time, so I guess we've got a fairly good box. Pay of Wishes, and an alternate frame. Yeah. There you go. So if this is the case, that you can't get regular alternate frames, showcase frames, commons, then should the showcase frame commons be more expensive? Mirror Mate, should they be more expensive? Because, you know, just like the extended art frames, you know, that's non-foil, you can only get them here in the collector boosters. So I don't know. which is kind of awkward because you're saying that the foils are there's a Vantress Gargoyle. You're saying that the foils can be more expensive than the non-foils rather can be more expensive than the foils, which is kind of weird. That's why they made the foils for it to become more to be a mark that is a premium product, and you know, London. Yeah, it's really weird. Now the last few packs, I'm gonna open that collector booster. And weapon rack, Faber Elder, Faber Elder. That's kind of hard to pronounce. Oh, nice! It's a foil showcase frame Murderous Rider. Oh, nice! This box is a winner. Foil Fancies and nothing else. That's a very nice hit. And Castle Ardenvale. Just got 3 mythics, so we're supposed to get another one. Sorcerer's Bloom. This is very good in limited too. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is. Well, Piper the Swarm and Naughty Sprite in showcase frame. Wow, we got a good number of showcase frames today. And Fervent Champion. Nothing else. Fervent Champion is also one of those cards that quite often play limited. I don't know if they're good in a standard format though, constructed format. Escape to the Wilds. Funny was, this was my first card. This appeared my first raid, my first pack in the draft earlier, and I didn't pick it, but I ended up playing red green. So that was a shame. Feasting Troll King and no more. A few more packs left, then we'll go to the collector boosters. Reverend Noble and Brazen Borrower. I think this is the first time I got Brazen Borrower, 4th mythic. One of those more expensive cards. Fortunately, it's not showcase frame, so you know it's still expensive. So a good card and a pricey one at that. Castle Lock Twain, what's the future, and so what we'll do is we'll open one pack first of that, and then compare it with these cards we have open today, and you know, let's see if there's any difference. And nothing else. Okay, let's move on to the collector boosters. Now this is one of the longer. How do you open this thing? It's one of the longer videos we're gonna have because we're opening technically 2 boxes, but just 48 boosters. So the most we've opened in one video. But yeah, let's see. I'm excited. I'm actually excited because I know I'm gonna get a few extended art foils. How do you open this thing? Oh, there you go. And there you go. All right, let me just adjust my seat here. Let's open the first one. Again, this is made in the USA. This one's made in Japan. Let's see the difference. Before I scroll through all of these things, let's get a handful of cards right here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there you go. There's kind of a more hexagonals. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to put it closer. It looks like the collector packs have a more hexagonal cut in the corner versus the regular boosters, which is kind of rounded. So I guess that's but from this angle, I don't know. Yeah, you can see the notch here versus the one from the regular boosters. Yeah, that's kind of concerning. But you know, I guess in the sleeve it doesn't look too different. But it is weird. It is different. So there's a token right there. So we're let me put the commons aside first and the uncommons. I'd like to clean up a bit here. Again, first time I'm doing a video with two boxes, so I'm not sure how to sort these things. And let me take that out. And let's just leave the rares here in this pile. Yeah, that's concerning. Anyway, that's showcase frame foil. And you know what? The cardstock feels different. It feels really different from the ones printed in Japan. They look the same. As far as the camera, they look the same. But oh, this is a foil. Let's look for a non-foil card later. But it does feel weird. You see that? The I don't know if the font is bleeding. Huh. Order of Midnight, uncommon, but I don't know. Do you see what I'm seeing, guys? It looks. It's a non-foil Order of Midnight, but do you see the font? It looks different. Wow, we're discovering another issue with these boxes. Wow. We got a foil rare earlier. I hope we get that also. Foil Murderous Rider. I hope we get that here too. That is very, very weird. Animating Fairy. Did we get this here? I think we did. There. Compare these two. See the difference? Let me see the difference between the two. I can just. Wow. That is a substantial difference between Japanese printing and the US printing. See? Wow. I can easily tell that this was printed in the US versus the one I got earlier. We know we got it from the US, from Japan. And Fairy Godmother, Oko's Hospitality. We got an extended art foil, so we should get consecutive ones here. Let's move this to the side. I kind of got rattled by that. And Claimed Contender is our foil extended art. Just move these things aside a bit. I'm sorry if I've been a little messy. I hope things do not get out of focus. I'm still trying to adjust stuff here. So Acclaimed Rider, a contender rather. So if what they're saying is true, that these things are, you know, they're clubbed together, we're supposed to get another extended foil art here. Extended art foil rather, and no common frame. No, here's a foil and Fae of Wishes. Wow, that feels really different. Okay, and we got an extra rare there. We got Rowan, and okay, so Lochmere Serpent, our Fallen Shinobi in this set, and we got a non-extended art foil of Torment. So maybe I hope we just didn't get one here. So I don't know. Obviously, this would probably come from a different distributor, as what Rudy and the other YouTubers are getting. That's a common showcase frame foil. Wow, they really feel different, guys. Order Midnight. So we didn't get a common. We didn't get a rare here. Banish the Fable is our card, And Opportunity Dragon, Happily Ever After. I feel uneasy with this, guys. It really looks different. Comparing these two side by side, it looks Merfolk. It's and our uncommons this time. See what I mean? It looks really dark. And no rares. That's a uncommon Robert the Rich, Mythic. And that's an extended art gargoyle. So there were two non extended art cards between the two extended art cards. So I don't know, maybe this is the video that busts that notion that those things are clumped, but then again I might be mistaken. And no rares. It's just a common. The Mermaid, Stolen by the Face, our foil rare. And our showcase frame. None here. You don't. Oh, here's a Bone Crusher Giant. That's rare. The Sword Master, Sylvain Hydra, Happily Ever After, and a non-extended art IR. Yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of got rattled by that. I was expecting this to be a bit of better quality because it's more expensive, and yet it's not. It's really, really weird. I wish I could hold the Japanese and the US credit cards side by side. You'd know what I mean. Ah, a very good card. Standard art, Gadget the Wizened. Wizened? Wizened, I don't know. And foil rare is Yorgo. On the last few packs, we just got 2 extended arts. I hope we get another one. Maybe if we get another one that confirms that, or at least for this box, maybe this one off that it's not mapped, or they're not clumped together. And Fairy Godmother. Yep. And nope. Galaxian Intruder. So I'm seeing already from behind, it's an extended foil. Okay, Silver Wing Squadron, Gilded Goose, and it's an extended art mythic, but it's Outlaw's Mermaid. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but anyway, I guess it's a good card. It's a mythic and it's extended art. Reaper of Night. Let's go a little bit faster now. And oh, just one in common. Wow. And no extra rares. Wow, this is the first time we got a mythic. I don't know, guys, if you noticed that, but this is the first time we got a mythic. Sorcerer's Spyglass and Giant Killer foil in its showcase frame. First time we got a Commander mythic. And Fell the Peasant. Uncommon. We didn't get any special planeswalkers. Oh, we did one for at least for this lot. Chittering Witch, Castle Lockwing, and an extended arts Sundering Scope. Not a very good card, but you know, we've kind of can make a case here that they're not clumped. I don't know if the showcase frame counts as an extended art card. Oops. If it does, then it's still clumped, but you know that I got several of those in different batches, in different pile. So, all right, another mythic, and just a foil rare. Last pack. And no showcase frames. Down the lock foil. And I'm guessing that will be worth quite a bit. No rares. Escape of the Wilds. Ah, it's terrible. And then Giant Killer non-showcase frame. I did show you some prize packs earlier. I'll open these just just for fun. But I guess that kind of concludes that it's plausible that not all boxes have mapped or clumped cards. So that one I can say with a little bit of certainty. Then we've got Murderous Knight. Sorry, I did change the piles already. So nothing. Yeah. So well, but we can also assume that. Okay, let's try that again. So this is the freshly opened pack. Let me get a handful of the extended parts here. Yeah, the way it's cut is a little different. See, it's more squarish for the. I'm sorry if you can see that. Squarish in the Mythic Edition, that's the collector edition stuff. So that's, yeah, that is really wrong. Anyway, and Keeper of Fables, Fires of Invention, and nothing else. Last two packs. Well, thank you guys for enjoying this time with me, and trying to figure out what's going on with the collector boosters. And I think we've learned quite a bit here. Last pack, nothing spicy, and the nothing really good. The last four packs, the pack that even carries from the collector boosters, not really good hits there. Stolen by the Fae, not a very good card. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.